Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, good
I don't
evening,
know what the fuck
ladies
that
and
was.
gentlemen, kings, queens, peasants, and pussy poppers. We have made it to another week of Cliff Notes Radio. The bills have been paid, and we are here with Prima in the building.
What's up? What's up?
What's happening? So, Prima, introduce yourself. Tell them who you are, please.
My name is Prima. I go by I am Prima 202 on IG and all social media. I'm from Washington D.C. I am a hip hop artist. I rap, and I've been out here in LA for almost a year now. So you know.
How was that transition?
It wasn't that bad. I really like it out here. I like the weather. You know, East Coast is like really cold and stuff right now. But the transition wasn't that bad. You know, I just had to, you know, pretty much not start over, get to know more people and stuff like that. But you know, I'm far away from home, but it's cool.
Yeah. Did you particularly like moved to pursue this, or was it like you know, something else just brought you here and you kept going?
No, to pursue this, we drove. We drove for 4 days.
We the whole team?
Yeah, no, just my sister and I. Like we drove, and my cousin helped us drive.
Dangerous drive, man.
Man,
it was fun. It was fun.
I done took the drive from Miami to LA, so I know that drive.
Oh
dumb.
yeah, that's
That
bro,
drive
you
dumb.
across the map though.
Yeah, I think it's something to put on my bucket list.
You know, that's
I
like
would never do this shit again. Oh, can I
it's
curse?
more strenuous than what because nigga, now you got to think like, all right, how long am I gonna drive for? Then we gonna switch. Then the other person gonna drive.
Yeah, they made me drive a lot, but you know, and I hate driving, but we made it happen though.
Yeah, 'cause that shit'll fuck you up.
I would never do it again. I would say that, but it was cool.
I dig it.
Hey, bro, Texas at night is a for real nightmare.
Texas got every kind of land. That's the fucked up part about Texas.
It's so confusing, bro.
Hell yeah. But we got to start with our queen of the show. Introduce yourself, sister.
Hey everybody, this is Queen MJ, also known as president of the Thick Thigh Rub Association. Welcome back to Cliff Notes Radio. I'm excited, and I'm ready to get into it.
All right. Next to you, what's your name, brother?
It's your lovable light-skinned nigga T Rich, a.k.a. Tough Crowd T, no one other than D, and if it is, we have yet to see. Cliff Notes Radio lives on again. Like he said, the bills is paid, the lights is on, and we live. Hope y'all motherfuckers is tuning in. Go tell your cousins, your sister, your boyfriend, main dude, side dude, whatever it is.
All of them.
Anybody you know, tell them go on, tune in right now.
And behind the boards, the man who is controlling what you see, controlling what you hear, the man who has the ear.
It's your boy, Young Lil, a.k.a. the Black MacGyver, also known as Mr. 420 himself. Man, my birthday is in 4 days.
That nigga's anticipating this shit.
Man.
Oh, it is 420 coming up.
You know what I'm saying? I haven't really been feeling too excited about my birthday, but the past like 4 days.
This nigga's a modest nigga, y'all. Don't let him
turned it.
Really
Bro, it's so much going on. Like even on my birthday, it's a whole lot going on.
It's all right though, bro.
I gotta work. I gotta handle business.
You got so much shit to celebrate your birthday on outside of work.
So are you going? So it's your birthday, 420. You missed the 420 himself. Are you gonna smoke before you start work?
No, I don't smoke when I go to work.
Okay, is that politically correct?
Cause he's already high before he goes. Real stoner don't never be sober. They usually got a constant buzz going.
You know, I got my natural high that I always ride on, but other than that, like when I go to work, you know, I want to be clear minded because I don't want nothing to happen on my watch if I'm not, you know. Just like you wouldn't take a shot before you go to work.
I dig it.
I've done that.
Well, I mean, I work.
Bro.
I work with kids, so you know what I'm saying.
No, I feel it.
I've been
cater
happy
to my
hour
audience
before I went to work, so.
I feel you. Well, y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Cliff the Gift, slanging that wood, not that stick. Your man might keep it 100, but you see me, I'ma give you that extra inch, and you know I like my girls authentic. We are here for another 2018 The Dish with my girl Prima talking that shit. It's Cliff Notes Radio. Another Monday for y'all. Call in at 310-955-4966. If you want to talk to us, you got anything to say about what we talking about, you want to chime in and get it off your chest and say whatever you got going on, we are here. And man, we jump in with our first part with Ain't That Some Shit, man. That's a segment of the show where we talk about something that went on in the world that we just had to say Ain't That Some Shit. And for me, it was the Starbucks thing.
Oh, yeah.
Two brothers were arrested for just chilling in Starbucks. Like, and then after that, today you have the guy in Torrance who's on
Torrance,
the corner of
California.
Hawthorne and Artesia, and he just wants to use the bathroom, and they don't allow him to, but you see them let somebody else use the bathroom, and he didn't purchase anything. So it's like,
It's because he's black. It was a black guy, and they let him.
it was a black guy. Yep.
I didn't see that. Oh, okay.
Okay, so the one that happened in Torrance or whatever was a white guy. The black dude that actually used the
Weston.
bathroom. Huh?
His name was Weston.
The white guy's name was Weston. The other guy's name was Brandon Ward, I believe. And so he wanted to go to the bathroom. He asked them. They told him that he needed to purchase something.
Yeah.
Or they wasn't gonna let him use the restroom. The other guy, Weston, who was already in the bathroom, who he had seen, asked to use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
He went in, and when Weston was coming out, he asked him. He was like, "Hey, yeah, so you ain't had to buy nothing to go in. Like, he got him on camera and everything, saying he ain't had to buy nothing." He walks Weston back over to the counter like, "Hey, this is Weston, and y'all let him go to the bathroom without buying
He
it."
said, "Hey, this is."
Yeah, like
yeah.
straight up. And the lady was then like, "Oh, sir, we're kicking you out of the store and all this other kind of
She got
stuff."
defensive.
She said this is a private business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This and that.
it's like you don't own the
She
fucking
said,
business.
"I'm the manager."
all
Yeah.
that. So
She
it's
wasn't even a manager.
how and for me, it's like, ain't that some shit that this is what we still going through, and people are out here really trying to boss up, and you just a manager at fucking Starbucks. It's a bathroom.
Right.
It's a bathroom.
What do manager mean? You can make the drinks faster?
at Starbucks?
Look.
Yeah.
Manager
Yeah,
just
my
mean
thing
you
is-
got to be there to open that motherfucker.
Right. They can act like
And
it's a
oversee
dojo and need a
everything
master
that
or something.
happens
What
in
the
the
fuck?
store.
We just take
So-
more of your time and don't advance you in the
And
world.
you just one of the managers for this shift.
And it's crazy because a lot
You
of
ain't
them
even a
got
general
college
manager.
degrees and shit.
But
So what I always find funny is like when people get caught in dilemmas like that, especially like being that we can post everything, right?
right.
Why is it that none of these motherfuckers ever have a correct answer? Like, sis, if he pulls out the camera on you and you don't know how to react to being recorded, just don't say shit, because she really sounded like an idiot to me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is a private business. I'm going to need you. It sounded like she was just overwhelmed and embarrassed. So if that's the case, just walk away or say, I
Or just-
apologize.
Or just don't say nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a
You
lot.
better off just standing there and letting them record you.
Yep.
You're not doing nothing wrong.
That's just like that incident where the lady, she was trying to snatch the phone from the troops.
The officer.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't an officer. Was she?
She
an
was
officer?
an
ladies in
army
the army?
officer.
The ladies in the
Oh
army.
yeah.
At the
Did y'all see
restaurant.
that? Yeah, I seen the video. That was crazy. And
Can you
then
go into detail a little bit just in case anyone doesn't know?
Well, I'm not sure exactly. All I seen was they tried to snatch the phone from one of the troops, and she was saying that she's pregnant. And at the end of the entire thing, the lady looked at the cops and she tried to whisper to him, it was 10 black guys on me or something like that. And it wasn't. Like, she outright lied. I'm not sure why there was a...
She said, "What is it?"
yeah, it was like it was not on camera or something. Like, she
So
just said
they
it.
were
What?
walking into the restaurant, the officers, the army officers, and it was a Caucasian older couple.
Yeah.
Everyone was walking into the restaurant. So the couple, they were saying
That's
things
what it was.
like, "Oh, I didn't know they let lesbians in the army."
Oh,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Something, just all these like,
Look at these niggas.
all the hate.
Yeah.
All the hate in
Yeah,
the world.
yeah,
coming
more
from-
so
calling
of
them-
them being lesbians and stuff. It
yeah,
was-
calling them the N-word.
There's
and
all
this
kinds of
other
shit going
stuff.
on. So they get to the hostess desk, and I guess the girl, she wanted to record them talking their shit, and the white lady got upset. Like,
And she goes,
don't
"Reach for the
record
phone."
me. And it's like, bitch, what
They
is
like
you
trying
reaching
something.
for? I got a camera on my phone just like you got one on yours. Why is you reaching for my fucking phone?
And then the husband reaches for the phone.
Right.
That's the thing. That in this society right now, where we at, like anybody can pull out their phone at any time. I feel like when you walk out your door, you should realize that you could be being recorded right then.
You are
Yeah.
being recorded.
and you are being
You in your
recorded.
house and you being recorded.
So when people be like, "Oh, I'm just going to the store," and they look like shit, I be looking at them crazy. And when you talk to somebody crazy or like true character show when they think nobody is watching. That's when you see somebody's true character. And a lot of times when that camera come out, that's what really piss people off because they don't want the world and the people that they fake with and fuck with, they fake fuck with every day to see them for who they really are.
Right,
and it's like, damn, you catching me being, I said I got black friends. I said I'm cool with gay people, and here you are catching me not really fucking with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit crazy. But what I did see and what I did like about that video
Which
was
one?
that the one that y'all talking about with the army ladies, because I didn't know where it came from. But what I did see and I did like was the fact that the police officer, with all respect, nigga, like I gotta put you in these handcuffs and I'm gonna walk you over to this car. You gonna take this perk walk. And lock her up in front of her husband.
And it's crazy because it's finally starting to catch trend. Like there was a situation in South Africa where the lady was talking shit about this black officer, and this white South African lady, and she was just talking bad about black people in general because the officer was black, and she was like, I don't want to talk to you, and I don't know what the term is that they use in South Africa, but I forget what it's called, but it's the equivalent to nigga. It's the equivalent to nigga. They call it something else in South Africa, but she was just going on and on about how she's tired of all the blacks in South Africa, and it's like, bitch, are you serious? Do you know what the population is over there?
Is this the one she ended up getting arrested?
She got arrested for a hate crime.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And she was talking about, I refuse to talk to him. I only want a white officer or colored, which is mixed. For those that don't know, in South Africa, if you're colored, you're pretty much me. So you basically, so she went and got arrested. She just recently got sentenced. That's the reason the video went viral recently, because it happened a few years ago, but she just now got sentenced.
So
what they sentenced to? Death?
No, I think she got like 3 or 4
probably
years.
got some community service.
No. She's doing some time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, South Africa, they different. They got like a parliament.
Oh yeah,
there.
that
It's
apartheid that happened there. And all.
Nigga, Nelson Mandela.
Okay.
You see, they snatching all that land back from them white folks.
They ain't playing.
South Africa, they not playing. So
get them crackers the fuck out of there.
You would hope to think that
colonize us.
Like this hate crime shit, like just like how they got it for other communities in the world who we not gonna name, but it's the hate crime shit is real, and hopefully it catch trend over here in the U.S.
Well, that's why I say the cliff note that I want to drop off for just that in general. It's like for people as a whole, man, you got to remain calm. And in these situations, what I notice about the person that it's happening to, they remain calm and they let what's going on speak for itself. Like the truth is gonna always remain. You know what I'm saying? So that's the cliff note I want to leave people with on that one. The next ain't that some shit that I had for this was Cardi B at Coachella. I
have no words.
It goes this goes to what we gonna talk about tonight. Our topic. I'm gonna say that a little bit. No, Cardi B happened to be she's pregnant, and she was twerking on stage at her performance. It was really a sight to see.
Is twerking really looked down upon like that anymore?
I don't think it's looked down upon,
because I don't think it's something like from a cultural standpoint. I feel like more people embrace twerking than they do look down upon.
All right, but you like to see pregnant bitches twerk toward us? Is that what you telling me?
I don't give a fuck. I'm not. It doesn't matter. First of all,
he said your ass ain't pregnant.
First of all, your pregnancy is when your stomach is bulging. Usually when you're twerking, you're not looking at anything else but the backside.
So he can't. Like I said, your ass ain't pregnant.
Prima, what do you think?
I feel like it looked.
Did you see her performance?
Yeah, I seen it.
Okay.
I felt it looked like it. That she was having fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, on stage twerking. It was like when she got down on the ground. It wasn't the twerking that I had a problem with.
Okay, I didn't know all
when
that.
When she got down on the ground and started doing all of this, and I was just like,
"Is your baby safe?"
She was showing how she got pregnant.
Yeah,
well, how pregnant is she? How far along is she?
She's
going, bro.
No, I know that. I seen on SNL when she premiered it to everybody.
The baby's due in July or something. I don't know.
No fucking way. July?
They said the month.
That's
I don't
right
remember
up the
what month
street,
it was.
Yeah, they had that. They had that really well.
She's real pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
That also stood out to me too during her performance.
Yeah,
like
that whole...
when she started twerking and stuff, I was thinking, okay, number one, this is what she does every performance, y'all. So it's not even like she's super extra out or showing out, right?
True.
And then I was thinking, like, in my mind, I'm like, she's having the time of her life right now. Like,
Cardi B is on a winning spree, nigga.
She's on a winning spree. She's at Coachella. She's one of the main acts for Coachella. When just 1 year ago, she was just getting on a stage as a feature with everyone else. Mm-hmm. But when she got on the floor, I was like, all right, girl. Because the way you could tell when she was trying to get up, it was like, okay, I'm real life pregnant.
She got up like a pregnant girl.
But that's what a lot of pregnant women do, at home.
Pregnant women can still have fun. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I ain't never got nobody pregnant and kept it. I bought NAB pills.
Oh my god.
No, but
King is the wire hanger champ over there. Huh?
Don't do it.
What
you think?
No, but for what it was though, I honestly it's really big shouts out to Cardi B for especially Beyonce was the first black headliner there. You know what I'm saying? Like the first black female headliner of Coachella. You were on that same weekend with her.
Yeah.
So people who were there for that were there for you.
Well, she's embraced Cardi B, bro. Like
obviously.
she's really like took her under her wing. Like
obviously,
you gonna be straight.
I said it when Cardi B first came out. I think with that Bodak Yellow. I think we was up here. I had the conversation. I say, man, Cardi B like really here to stay, and I felt like they gonna replace Nicki Minaj with her, and that's like I want to ask y'all. This is something I want to talk about with Prima.
Stretch, my brother.
This is something I want to talk about. I wanted to talk about with Prima as a female rap artist, because I feel like they always they put the one person out there and then they replace that image of what it's supposed to be, that woman of hip hop, and it's like they always trying to like change that character. It was like Remy Ma, who was the red hair girl?
You gotta go further back than that. Bro.
I can go further back than that. I can go to MC Light, Queen Latifah.
Yeah, but even then, bro, it wasn't individual.
There was always, there was a time where everyone was able to do it. Now I don't know what happened with that.
Where women is division. Why is it so much division in it? It's like
because
like every
the industry
new artist
makes us that way. I mean, the industry makes the women that way. I don't know why that's just how it's like with this whole situation with Cardi and Nicki. It's just like now it's okay that y'all can just like build a superstar and write music and whatever, and it's accepted.
That's what they did with Beyonce.
I mean, as far as hip hop,
but for R&B, that's always
different.
Rap is supposed to.
I've always grew up. My grandfather's Petey Green. My mother used to rap. Like the talent is in the penmanship.
Mm-hmm. You said your grandfather's Petey Green.
Petey Green,
the Petey Green.
Yeah, like when she told me that, that's like I don't know if I told you that. That's like one of my idols. Like I really? Like hey,
he was crazy.
Your grandfather eating that watermelon.
He used to talk that
like
shit.
That's everybody's favorite skit,
bruh. But for you to say that though, like with women and not writing their own lyrics and like you having to actually, embark upon the craft, and that's what it was then, and they moving it to now it's just an image. And
like the issue isn't with Carter's, the issue is with the industry and the switch up. Now it's okay. Now it's okay to publicly say you can have ghostwriters. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to and if that would have been Nicki, I feel as though she would have been dragged because of how we kind of.
But everybody knew Nicki had a ghostwriter the whole time.
The whole Safari situation, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody knew that, and my issue is that the industry's downplayed the talent of the female rapper.
Yeah.
They've mistook it because it went from in the 90s with Lady of Rage, Yo-Yo, all of them. It went with them from them being like everybody. You had to come with your bars. Mm-hmm. You had to be just as hard as the men. But just like with any industry, they know sex sells.
True.
And so, but they want to. They know men like most men want to focus on one at a time. So they would be like, all right, you up, now you up, now you up, now you up.
It's unfortunate,
but Jalil, it goes back further than that. Cause I just watched an interview with Roxanne Shante.
I was about to say Roxanne Shante.
When she was 15 years old. And she was about ready to take the whole hip-hop game by storm. Mm-hmm.
She was the best rapper in her borough.
But the industry wouldn't let her do it, number one, because you're a female. Number two, you're a teenager. Mm. And you leveling up with grown-ass men out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she went on to say, like hip-hop was supposed to, it was supposed to die down. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to be one of those things that was like, only for like teenagers, young adults, and then after a while you outgrow hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
thought it was a
but
fad,
it
bro.
stuck around. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things she said was she just got disillusioned. She didn't feel like she needed to prove anything else. Plus she was a young mother at the time. So I think more so the industry, they try and create conflict amongst women.
Yeah, they do.
I feel like
Because
with
no,
women,
but the thing is, conflict in music has always been a thing. Like it's been more entertaining than music sometimes.
So let me say this. With that being said, I've always noticed that women create conflict amongst themselves. Like women kind of can't get along as well as men do.
Yeah,
and
sisterhood is
that a sexist thing to say, women? Am I wrong?
No,
It's at a low.
Yeah.
It's at a low.
So if that's there, and we selling hip hop records, and right now, women are really like women buy music. Dudes actually don't buy as much music as women do. If women like an artist, that he excels.
That's true.
You know, that's why Drake is doing what he's doing.
I know plenty
It's
of women
dudes who
brought
won't
Bison
even
too.
admit to even listening to
They
Drake.
say you got to play towards the women. We are the most powerful,
Yeah.
I would say.
Black women are the most powerful buying market in the world.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if we can create conflict and we can generate
we would
money
destroy
through
you.
conflict, why not just put black women, how we just said, we put black women at the head of it and make you compete against each other, and then say that, and then it's like you do, but you kind of do it to yourself at the club and all of that with the girls looking a certain way.
I feel like women bodies are naturally built to compete. If you ever been around like a woman for a long time, y'all start having y'all cycle at the same time. You know,
That shit
you know,
sync
it's
up and
just
all
crazy. I don't know. It's just something like that. I don't
got
know.
telekinesis, bro.
I don't know.
I hear about
is
that.
weird. It's weird.
You ain't never heard of that before?
And I've had female roommates, and
That's
it's
definitely
a
true.
phenomenon. I don't know what it is, bro.
Yeah, I just feel like
I ain't felt like my period was coming and I got a female roommate. What you talking about?
You bleeding out your ass? if you bleeding out your ass, you need to go to the doctor, my brother.
No, look,
You
what I
got
was gonna
serious
say
problems.
I feel like the industry, what they do is similar to what
Yeah, hemorrhoids.
it's similar to what Lil said when he said that mainstream can't really focus on more than one thing at a time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like there can't be two Cardi B's at one time. There can't be
Exactly.
two female battle rappers at one time. We can't have
Because of men though?
no, not just
No,
men,
not just
but mainstream. Because this is the thing. We want to, especially with social media, we want to see a comparison, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling my brother the other day was, I would really love to see in the future, I would love to see Drake and Chris Brown do music together.
Yeah.
Because I think that both of them are so incredibly powerful, where Chris Brown is an all-around artist, right? And he's been around for a long time. And then Drake, he really gives people what they want. So it's like, imagine if they got rid of all of this like fluff in between them, and then they came together on a track.
Drake and Chris Brown got an issue?
Yeah,
Nigga,
they
what?
apparently.
Oh,
but,
he over Rihanna, huh?
well, I think
I don't
it
think
goes
it was
deeper than that.
that.
But
It
look,
was-
I
it
don't
was
want
about
us to
some other
focus
shit,
on that. What
yeah.
I'm saying is, imagine if we took away that fluff and said, well, damn, what if we got Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma on a track and we focused on the music? It's like there can't be two of anything.
That's
at
what it
one
used to be,
time.
though. Back in the day, like when you said about
I
Roxanne
agree
Shante,
with it. I
she
agree
hopped
with
on
you.
tracks with people that battled her, but they would be on the track like going back and forth at each other, and it was a competition. But it was like, let this competition be about the bars, and that's
it.
it.
Was an artistry. It was an artistry.
That was in a different era, though.
Yeah.
But see, in the
Nowadays,
I feel like the principle still remains if you don't allow it. Like
If you
the
don't
problem
allow
is the same
hype.
thing that ruined hip hop in the '90s is that the media fucks shit up for you.
Yeah.
If you don't let the
But
media,
that's the era we're in. We got a whole lot of technology. It's so many different platforms.
exactly.
now.
But at this point, when you run your platform, you can control your content. You can control what the people see. At this point, more than any other point, we have more say over what content we put out than ever before. It used to be whatever the execs say gets shown because you can only watch TV.
It's so much misunderstanding though, bro, in the industry. It's a whole lot of shit blows up and becomes this big ass convoluted thing simply out of a misunderstanding. Like going back to the ghostwriter shit, it's like they said Tory Lanez used to sound like everybody. But then you hear about Tory Lanez write for so
Damn
many
near
different
everybody.
motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now him and Eric Bellinger is beefing, but it's like Eric Bellinger right for so many motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
I don't even put them on the
But bro,
same playing field.
it be hype beast, bro. That's what I'm saying. People like the media, the blogs, all of this shit, hype beast, make that shit get more what it is. Same thing with the Biggie and Pac beef. The shit wasn't that big until the magazines and the radio show hosts hyped that shit up and made it more than what it was.
Exactly, but that shit
get in people's head. It's
but that's the
ego
thing.
talk.
People don't address each other directly anymore. You know what I'm saying?
True.
People will hide behind this big ass facade and everything, and it's like if you can find somebody that's pretty genuine, that will meet up with you somewhere and y'all can hash shit out, then you know you dealing with a solid motherfucker. But there's not too many people like that in the industry.
And I want to say I want to say something about with genuine people. I want to say this about Prima. Like this is like I met Prima out through actually working. And like meeting her, she said she want to do the show. I mean, I asked her could she do the show. She said she would do the show. Like Prima and meeting people in the industry. Like I do entertainment, you do entertainment, and we saying I wanted to have you on. It's like, do you feel like with women, it's a competition? Like for you, has it been competition with people? Has it been like when you come out here to do what you're doing, have women embraced you?
I really haven't. I've been really heavy in the studio and working on my projects and stuff that I really haven't been able to, network a lot. But I don't know. I haven't really came across a lot of women.
You haven't came across any cyber hate?
Cyber hate? No, not from anybody out back home, of course, but not from anybody out here.
Is it because you're not in the turf no more? Like,
I guess so.
People feel comfortable enough. Oh, that bitch ain't over here.
I can't.
No, I mean it's just like when I come
to
home,
Hollywood,
it's a different story. They all like, oh, she out Cali. Okay, we got rid of her. Now we can do our thing or something like that. But I mean, it is what it is. I try to show all the other female artists love, whether I get it back. I mean, it's just long as whatever I put out to the world and how I feel about it. If I don't get it back, I don't get it back. I feel better with myself. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with showing love and doing my thing. I've been doing this for a while, so. And
that's one of the things I feel like people always make it a competition when it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be one of those.
And that's what I mean with women and people in general. It's like your lane is there for you because it's your lane. Who you are, even if me and you rap, you ain't me and you don't have the same story. You don't wake up with the same 24. My lane is my lane. It could be a Drake and what's the dude from
Trey
Texas?
Songz.
It could be a Drake and Trey Songz, but the dude from Texas, Kurt Cobain's. Like Kurt Cobain, to me, Kurt Cobain's and Drake are very, very similar. Yeah. Like they sing and rap. They singing and rap dudes, but I listen to Kurt Cobain's for one thing. I listen to Drake for another. But that's like, your lane is created by you being you though.
But it can be said that we didn't hear too many niggas that was like Drake and Trey Songz prior to them niggas dropping. Yeah, the niggas who was singing, the niggas who was singing and rapping.
Man, no, it was the one nigga they all learned from. The prototype himself. Mr. Andre 3000, of course.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing.
Respect the God.
Here's the thing. Them niggas is really singing though. Every time you heard Andre sing, you wasn't convinced that nigga was a singer.
You just never heard him.
You knew that nigga as a rapper.
What?
You just never
when
heard
he
no
dropped the Love
sing.
Below. First of all, the prototype for everything Drake ever did was off the Love Below. Bro, the Love Below was one of the dopest albums, and he only rapped this much on the whole album. He barely rapped the album. He was singing the whole.
So you line so Jalil. So you're lining up Drake as a singer with Andre 3000.
Drake said himself that he got. Bro, Drake said himself that he got that inspiration from.
But does Drake feel like Andre is a better singer than him?
No,
I don't think he would ever.
Right,
He would never compare himself to Andre.
Point exactly,
Bro,
my nigga.
ask Drake that question himself. He'll say, "I never compare myself to Andre because he look up to Andre." Nigga, nobody's stupid
Drake
enough
look
to
up
do
to
that, bro.
a lot of niggas.
Nobody's stupid enough to do that, bro. Nobody. If
Hey,
anybody
man,
ever said they
your
on
community,
par,
bro. Support the bright skin community. If you're gonna be bright skin, you better hold your card and
if anybody was
I fuck with Drake and Andre. No, I'm just saying.
If anybody was to ever say that they were on par with anything Andre 3000 did, they fucking lying. Period.
I'm not taking nothing from Andre 3000. I'm just saying when it comes to I don't look at Andre as a singer, bro.
I don't even.
Andre has always been a rapper and one of the dopest niggas when it comes to rap music, hip hop. Don't get me wrong, Drake has done a lot in hip hop, and vocally, I would rather listen to him than Andre when it comes to singing.
That nigga as a rapper dropped a whole R&B album, and it was
when it comes to singing. And this is the thing. Since Drake came out, you've heard a ton of other carbon copies trying to come out and sound like Drake.
But why? I get what you're saying.
Where did Drake get his model
It's similar. It's almost similar to the Nicki Cardi B situation. Some people like to say that that Cardi B is just a carbon copy of Nicki.
Yeah, but Nicki's a carbon copy of Kim.
Nigga, hold on, wait. I
don't know, bro. Because
no, not her. I'm talking about. I don't think Cardi is a carbon copy.
Oh no, I think Cardi and Nicki are way more different than Nicki and Kim.
I think so.
Nicki and Kim are exact, like literally exact.
Yeah.
Nicki
Cardi
has
got a
longevity, bro.
Cardi got a little difference.
Yeah, she did.
Nicki has longevity
because she had a different type of push behind her. Remember the whole shit with Kim was
Kim had a bad boy push behind her.
Yes, and remember when Big died, shit changed, bro.
That is
shit
true.
changed for Kim. It wasn't the same.
Y'all kind of making my point, because what I'm saying is we're making it a competition when I feel like whether you're the same or you're not, the reason why all these people that we talking about had fan bases is because they targeted an audience that like them. Yeah. I don't have to hate on you or try to block your light and throw shade on you for me to succeed or for me to be what I'm gonna be. And a lot of times we put that out there, and it's like, yeah, we do like to see kind of like competition is exciting, but we're making it to a point to where people get hurt, people careers be destroyed, and it's like it really ain't even gotta be all that. Like you're gonna get what's yours. I don't gotta hate on you. For people who do what I do, I always throw them some rope for my connections, because my lane gonna be made for me because of I am who I am. As long as you being true to people, the people who I notice who hate the most are the ones who trying to be fake. Are the ones who are copying somebody.
You know what we also have to realize, bro? And like we really got to start paying attention to how these celebrities are trolling us in a sense. Like Nicki, like think about it.
Tekashi 6ix9ine, boy, God.
Think about it, bro. Think about it for a second. Cardi B comes out with her album. She also announces that she's pregnant. Days later, Nicki comes out with her new music, and I listened to her tracks, and I liked them. I'm not even a Nicki fan.
She dropped nothing in, I don't know when.
No, exactly. But she dropped these songs at the wrong time.
Look, no. That's what I'm saying. She dropped them at the right time.
She dropped the first song on the same day that Cardi album dropped.
At the right time. Listen, she dropped them at the right time, right? And then she has these interviews that she's putting out talking about
and stuff. That shit.
Crying. First of all, girl, come on.
She's an actor, bro.
Look, and this is the thing. She's saying in the interviews, who's the subject at matter? Cardi B, right? She's talking about another female, and then she starts talking about Quavo. Then Coachella comes, and what happens? She's back in the studio with Quavo. She's this, she's that, and she's not gonna come forward like, oh yeah, you guys, she doesn't owe us shit. Like we really got to pay attention. Like when these artists, when certain things go on in a celebrity, artist, music, whoever it is, a person's life, and they get on social media with that shit, that's marketing. Like that's marketing. I'm not even. You feel what I'm saying? Like here it is. These people who really like Cardi are going to bat for her and trolling Nicki, while Nicki is trolling us, and all of these niggas are breaking bread together behind closed doors.
Yeah, of course.
I don't give a fuck about their personal life. I personally want to hear what the music has to say. I care about your music. I don't care about that other fluff shit, because it's like I say all the time, if social media crashed today, and we did not, and all these founders and everybody just said, you know what, we're not gonna do any social media. Artists would have to figure the shit out, because people are gonna hear what the fuck you have to say. They're not gonna care about
artists.
You're right, and we're not gonna care about your personal life and all this other stuff. Like way back in the day, you didn't hear about people's personal drama. It's like if it was some beef, you use that in your art.
Right. Yeah. Something had to happen for your shit to hit the news waves and shit like that.
Right, for it to be critical mass and
Yeah,
shit.
exactly.
They say social media hit the scene worse than crack ever did. So
Yeah.
ooh, that's just
Yeah. Because everybody was
everybody
was able to be anybody on social media.
And Prima, how
seriously.
you using your social media platform to push your music the way you do? Like I said, I asked you about the cyber hate or whatever, but in even projecting an image as a female artist, you know, I feel like you have to be very careful about what you do. Do you feel like as a female artist and looking good and certain things that you had to post, did you change up anything about who you present yourself to the people to be for social media?
Well, of course you're gonna battle with image wise, you know. That's with every artist, so they can get the right look and try to find who you appeal to the most. But I personally, I don't really post a lot of personal things on my social media. I just post just all my music and stuff like that. So,
do you have a second Instagram for like your personal family? I notice a lot of females do that.
No, I don't have a second Instagram. I just keep that like that with Facebook, like all my aunts and uncles and grandmothers and stuff like that on Facebook. So I know not to post certain things on there, but Instagram is strictly my music. I don't really, you know.
So for all the dudes sliding in her DMs, if you are reaching out to her on Instagram, you're not gonna get there because that's just the business.
Find her on Facebook.
So go to Facebook.
No, do not
you want to touch your Facebook handle? But
no.
Is the Facebook
People
a business
get to call
page?
you on Facebook, you know.
hey, that shit was the worst thing for me because it was some people who called me off of my Facebook. I didn't know.
Your phone rings so weird, right? It was
Yeah.
like,
I didn't know I was
fuck is
setting
that?
that up.
I was like, what, nigga? I
Soon as you
deleted
download
Messenger
Messenger.
instantly.
Yeah.
dog.
You could
Who's
put your
download
number on Facebook?
Nigga,
No,
it's
they
attached
can
to
call
your
you
number.
through Facebook to your Facebook name.
Yes.
Nigga,
That
if you
is
got the
weird.
Messenger
On
app-
Messenger?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they can do that.
Bro,
Nigga,
can
you
get
can
in
call a
contact with
complete
me.
stranger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was talking to people
it
in
depends.
Paris,
Is
bro. I
your
was
shit
talking to
open
people
where
in
people-
France on Facebook Messenger.
I'm like, can
Mine.
people just friend you? Because my shit is like, I gotta accept you first before
Yeah,
nigga,
I gotta
I got
accept
60
people
something
too.
friends requests that I still ain't answered yet.
Well, I got friend requests, so I don't think mine is open. I got friend requests.
It's whoever you
yeah.
friend. Whoever
So-
you friend, nigga.
So, Prima, so how many Facebook pages do you have?
I have two.
So you have a public image?
I have a business one, on Facebook as well.
Okay.
Just so I can push my music on there as well, because I know that has a different type of promotion wise. I know they all come together.
That Facebook shit is crazy. You see, they had your boy up on the
I was
in
about
front
to
of
say,
the
I wanted to say that
in front of
about,
them people.
Yeah,
Zuckerberg.
Well, Mark Zuckerberg, though,
fucking Congress, dog.
but is what he doing that much different than what our government has done to us already?
Yeah,
He's
so-
doing the
but-
same thing
but
our
that's-
government's been
that's
doing,
the
and our
thing,
government's
though,
been paying
bro.
him to do it.
That's the thing, bro. They don't want nobody having that much power. They like, listen, my nigga, come over here.
But the thing is,
But
see, people don't understand.
Clip, this is the
Go
thing.
ahead.
They gonna say, listen, the shit is hot. We need somebody to take the fall for this shit.
No, basically that's what they did, bro.
Jump
Like
in.
Mark.
Most of the shit that's going on that they're accusing Zuckerberg of and what they did with Facebook was all done for the government.
Yeah,
all of the shit
correct.
they doing, tracking what people do, what people post. How you think the FBI arresting all these dumb motherfuckers that post their
Posting all
guns and
that
drugs and
shit.
shit?
Yeah.
But the thing is,
You got niggas doing murders on Facebook.
They
nigga.
paying the fines that Mark Zuckerberg has to pay for Cambridge Analytica is going to be covered by something
Well,
back end off the government.
He
I
got
promise
the,
you.
he got the paper, my nigga.
the thing that's
No,
killing
it's
me
not the
about
paper.
it.
He got the juice, bro.
Right, listen, the thing that's killing me about it is that Facebook is not something that you have to have. And when you signed up for it, the shit came with terms and policies that read out to you and told you you're signing up for a private community. And your information will be stored and we will use it for use with our partners. But shit say the motherfucker.
Almost every
says that.
app,
And you
almost-
wanna sign up.
Almost every app you download is like that.
And your
It
dumb
says
ass
that
don't
and
read
nobody
it.
Yeah,
Don't read it,
Shazam almost got. Well, they had like
Because they
some
was
kind of
using
law.
niggas' mics after they was
Because
cut off.
no, as soon as you download Shazam, your mic is like, I believe your mic is on anyway.
Yeah, always.
But they say as soon as you download Shazam, your mic is on. Now they're recording everything you talk about. I already think that's already happened because when I think of some shit, like I could be talking to MJ for an hour about some shit, and then I go home tonight and I just go through my Google and start typing shit. And what I was talking about earlier in the day is popping up in my search.
That happens.
You know what I'm saying?
If you have Google on your phone, even if you got an iPhone or a Siri, it's always listening to what you say. That's why the ads on Facebook always tend to relate to whatever you talk about or whatever you typed.
That's weird.
Shit that I've talked about in my text messages has popped up on Facebook.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, when I used to be a tow truck driver, honest shit, I used to get O'Reilly's auto parts commercials all the time on Spotify.
That is weird.
I ain't heard one since I ain't worked it.
You know what's crazy about
Because they
O'Reilly's?
advertise you based on what you're doing.
Them ads, I used to listen to Pandora, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was this one night, you know what I'm saying? I had a little lady over, you know what I'm saying? We got our little we got our little thing going, you know what I'm saying?
You got your little what?
It's a mood set, you know, everything is
Okay.
it's a vibe, everything is going. And you know the music is playing. You know, so you got your certain channels that play this certain shit for the mood. And the song went off, right? I didn't have Pandora Premium, right? So I had the regular shit. The music go off. I think it was like Sade or something. The music go off, and all of a sudden you just hear, O'Reilly.
Bro, you gotta learn the tricks of the trade, bro. You hit the ad free for an hour right before you start with the foreplay.
I think I was out of that shit, bro. You know, they only let you listen to like a certain amount of minutes ad free until the shit pop up.
He
That's
said,
right.
no, but this is my thing. Tori started his story off talking about, you know, I had a little lady.
I try and keep it as PG-13 as I can, man.
I'm just wondering, like, as a bright skinned nigga, what was he listening to? Chico DeBarge?
He said
I listen to
Sade.
I listen to a lot of shit, man. I am light skinned, so you know I'm allowed to listen to different shit. You know, dark skinned, y'all can't listen to certain shit. Y'all niggas listen to Gucci when y'all got a lady.
Hey, look though. hey, nigga.
No.
Y'all niggas gotta listen to.
Is it true?
The funny, no, real shit.
This nigga listen to Young Dolph when he got a
Young
lady.
Dolph. That's
Black
that's
youngster
funny.
and shit.
No motherfucking lie.
Black youngster.
No lie though. It's like girls be really knowing trap music though. So when you play Young
Pretty
Dolph,
girls like trap.
Like it'll actually.
I've never been a super fan of trap, so I don't know. I guess that's because I'm from the West.
I like original trap music, like real shit. That old Jeezy, like shit like that.
Old Jeezy is cool. Old Boosie is cool.
That shit, I rock with it.
All that shit.
T.I.
On the cool, it's like I'm starting to listen to some of these new artists, and it's not. I'm not saying that they terrible. Like Lil Yachty, I can't. Yeah, I see the fun they having with it. I see the fun though. I'm starting to see the fun that they having with it now, and it's like it's just how they said for us.
So you saying the niggas that was good at that shit wasn't having fun?
They was having fun. I just feel like they took it, more serious.
Yeah,
they don't
took
take
it more
serious now.
Yeah, some of these.
I'm about to say, nigga, that Craig Mack new flavor. I know them niggas have fun, but them niggas bought the bars.
They did.
Them niggas bought the niggas.
I think right now it's about relating.
And fun, bro.
I think right now it's about relating and not so much about making people think. Because it's like that music.
I don't relate.
I still like that.
I've been told to dumb down my music.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm just like,
And they do that.
to relate to
because they want to be able to market
what's out right now. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, how the hell do you dumb down your music though? Like,
Right.
you gotta dumb down your whole mind and way of thinking.
Who are they trying to relate to, though? I don't relate to popping a bunch of Xannies. No, what they're doing is they're forcing the culture to a direction of more control.
Yeah, they trying to normalize drug addiction.
It has nothing to do with relation, because I don't relate to that shit. There's nothing about that relates to me or anybody I know
can't either.
until the music started coming out and people started emulating that lifestyle.
But it's just like how with the violence in hip hop, they starting to in the 90s they started promoting it more. Killing each other and all of that shit.
So it went from telling
selling
stories
drugs
about it
was
to
the
niggas
cool
trying to
thing.
live it.
Nowadays it's selling drugs and killing each other.
And that's what I want.
Using drugs.
But the thing about it is just how y'all saying, like, you don't relate to that. But it's a certain part of society, I think, that eventually, for them to be talking about it, it had to be cool for some group. And it just eventually trickles over, like how you say, in one part it was about keeping the drugs and stuff out of our communities. That music switched over to being a person who sells drugs to get his family out of that community. That music eventually flipped over to rapping about the cars and the clothes and making the money off of it to where you balling. That music eventually flipped over to where now I'm using the motherfucking drugs.
You know what it is, bro? It's the generational change. Those people that were selling drugs in the 80s, all those people that were hooked on crack, those drug addicts, they had children, and these are the children that are making this music because they're born, bro. But I'm saying, listen to where I'm going.
Go ahead, bro.
They're born with that addiction in them. So that addiction, once you try lean or once you try X or once you try Xanny or whatever, you hooked on that shit because you already have addiction in your DNA.
But you said you don't relate
Y'all
to it.
said it right. Born in the 80s, crack baby.
Exactly.
No.
So you relate, but that's what I'm saying. The reason why that music is so popular, even if you don't do it, you relate to it because you were brought up in that era to where even hearing about it, you relate to it, bro. You see people who do it.
I'm saying it's because they're glorifying the use of it because we went from people that were creating the content and the music in order to bring about change and bring awareness to now we're glorifying the use of it. There's a stark difference between what it used to be and what it is now.
I agree.
Let me ask Prima this. In one of, I was reading an interview that Cardi B did, and this was probably like a year ago. She said that when it comes to her being in the studio, she doesn't necessarily like to write. I wouldn't say that she's not original, but she likes to write what's trendy and what's the wave, right? And at first, like when I first heard that response, I was kind of like, well, damn, that kind of means that she's not original. Like she's just following what's hot. But now she came out with this invasion of privacy, and it's like, that formula obviously worked for her, right? Because she does have some bangers on there. What's the formula that you use, and do you try to keep yourself out of that box?
It's the fact of me putting myself in that box, for one. Like, I'm trying to get relevant with the times and everything and how this music... I'm just not that type of rapper. And it's not that I don't refuse to make myself that rapper. It doesn't sound right to me. I don't really, I write a lot of my raps. I write them before I get the beats, and sometimes I'll be at home writing, and I always write. And then when I get the beats, I'll go in the studio, and then now it's becoming a battle for me to just like switch this, because now my team is just like, okay, we got to make it sound this way. This is the way we need to make it sound. And I'm just like, all right. So I'm giving it a little bit of, I'm trying to get more into it and switch it up just a little bit, but. No, I don't feel like I've ever put myself in the box. I feel like I have to, now, if they're saying dumb it down or just like the attention span is not there. Songs used to be like a good 3-4 minutes. Now it's just like one verse and then a hook. One verse and a hook, and then it's over. You know what I'm saying? So,
is that because you cranking so much music out, or what is it? Like,
am I cranking so much music out?
Like when you say it's turning into one verse and then a hook,
it's microwave music. That's what's happened now because of it.
Yeah, I don't like to say everybody is microwave music because some people take that as like, they take offense to that because some niggas don't like to say they do microwave music.
No, I'm saying that's what that is. That one verse, one hook fad that started is because people want, it's a DJ culture now. They want to be able to play a little bit of your shit,
and
get it hot, and then straight to the next track.
Yeah.
It's the microwave. It's something quick. It don't take you long to sit in the studio, make it. You sitting there one night, the producer drop it at midnight, you got a hit.
Well, my take on the term microwave music is, because I know niggas in the industry and a lot of niggas say, well, microwave music means that your shit is supposed to be hot for right now.
Yeah.
You know
it's a bunch of temporary.
Now, it's no party shit. It's no DJ shit. And it's like, you're the nigga, like there was a nigga named Young LA once upon a time.
Yeah.
That was on, who was it?
I don't know who he signed to, but
No, he was on,
was it YG?
I know.
He was on fuck.
That nigga was signed to somebody and ain't still around because I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Because he vanished off like he got his ass whooped on camera. Right. And, like, nigga just disappeared. But a lot of niggas was saying, he had that microwave flow.
Yeah.
It's like he had that one. He had 1-2 songs and then that was it.
I don't knock it. I mean, I think it's smart for her to go in there and, create what's relevant and what's, it's a difference when somebody go into the game and they are hungry for it or they have a passion for it or somebody just going in it to get money and hustle. That's the mentality. Like, I'm going to just make what's good, what's now. Because like, you got a passion for it, it's different.
I've heard interviews with Cardi B and she was like, when she was making that transition from dancing and trying to go into the music industry, she didn't feel like she was an artist. She didn't feel like a musician. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She just was having fun with it, and all of a sudden, like, people just started feeding her songs, and, she just blew up off.
What do you think people?
It's
what do
easy
you
to
think
read,
that women want to hear? What do you think that women want to hear now in terms of like Like you being I mean, you are a woman, but then on top of that, you're also an artist. So like, what do you think like is the good dish to like put out right now in terms of music?
Just to feel good music. I think we need to get back to, you know, kind of uplifting ourselves, but in like the sound of today. You know what I'm saying? So she makes a lot of good feel good music. Like I like Nicki music too. It's just like it's a whole lot of women bashing in it. All the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like you kind of get tired of hearing it. It's like I'm shitting on this bitch. I'm shitting on that bitch. These bitches is bums.
You know
Fuck
what? I noticed that too.
So I'm just like, okay, you kind of get kind of.
I noticed that too. Like when I'm listening, there is like a huge difference. Like when I'm listening to Nicki, it's more like she's saying how everybody. It's exactly what you said. It's women bashing.
She has the bars. Nicki is completely talented. Yeah, I mean, I think Cardi's situation is just as new, as refreshing, and it's just like everybody's just waiting for something new.
The fame is still new to Cardi.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Once she settles in, you gonna have your baby, take a little time off, then you come back to the game refreshed.
You know what I could bet?
I think it'll be a different spectrum for Cardi.
Yeah, I think when she comes back,
a little bit more seasoned.
Yeah,
as an artist.
And I feel like she won't be relevant when she come back from having that baby.
I don't think. So. I won't say that, bro. I don't want to wish that kind of stuff.
It's not wishing it. It's just I know how this industry is, and that time when she's on that hiatus, something else is gonna happen. She don't have that type of Beyonce power where Beyonce can disappear for that time and go have a baby and come back.
That's because Beyonce has been on the scene for a minute.
Exactly. And Cardi hasn't established enough of a fan base.
And she's doing it right in front of our eyes, and it's just like she's doing this. She's doing everything that everybody tell you not to do as an artist. And it's like to see her do that, it's just like, oh my gosh, how she get to get away with this? I've been holding out for a baby for this long, and you know how many artists that made it feel like that? It's just like it's kind of fly to see somebody kind of switch it up.
And with that part, man, like that's one thing about like how I said before, your lane is your lane. Whatever you want to be, however you want to do it. You have to do it your way. You have to stand strong in what you're doing. Y'all, we got to take a break. The conversation is always heated, so you need to make sure you tune in every Monday night. Follow the radio page, Cliff Notes Radio on IG. Make sure y'all following Prima. I am Prima 202. Y'all make sure y'all follow everybody here. Go to the radio page. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you have not subscribed
make sure
already.
Y'all call in, man. 310-955-4966.
Hit the line.
Hit us. Give us y'all takes, man. We want to hear y'all talk that shit.
That nigga sending you the voicemail anyway because he chilling with his other bitch. So call us.
Tristan
talk to us. I'm telling you, man. So look, we going to be back. What we going out to, Jaleel, on the break?
Man, over the live, we're going to hit y'all with the Nino Sparks featuring DJ Lindsay. Don't. And then over the airways, I got some graphics, Stay Flossy, and some Freshman of the Year, Thomas Da Vinci. Be back in a minute.
My name is Nino Sparks, a.k.a. Boyle Heights Finest. This is DJ Lindsay. We're LTMA. That's Lucy Take Me Away.
Lancey made this shit.
Yeah. Let's go, Lancey. Yeah. How'd that go? Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Baby, 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 baby. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really, really don't. We going up, it's going up, you know we really on. And can I drink too much and I make it home? Baby, 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 baby. Why you always wild, always drive the bitch crazy? Tell me why I won't, why I really, really won't. Why because I can't, cause a nigga never. Baby, 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 baby. I'm really geek. Baby, 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 baby. I'm really freak. Baby girl, baby, baby, baby girl. I'm on one. Baby, 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 baby girl. These niggas ain't on none. Shopping cause I can, man. I'm popping cause I can. You popping for a little bit. I'm feeling. How we feel? Feeling I might take your fans, nigga. Feeling I might go and get bands, nigga. They only do it for the gram, nigga. I'ma just do it for the fam, nigga. I'ma just do it for the band, nigga. I'ma just do it for the grams, nigga. Who the fuck I am, nigga? Young Sparsa Don, baby. Young Sparsa Moan, baby. Where I'm at, never know, I'm just gone, baby. Tell me what you want, what you really want. Tell me what you want, what you really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really don't. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really don't. Baby, 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 baby. Baby, 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 baby. Tell me what you want, what you really want. Don't tell me what you don't, what you really don't. Baby, why I'm so crazy. First you love me, then hate me. Build me up just to break me. But the way you fuck, let you take me. If your friends could, then your friends would. But them basic bitches can't phase me. Flow crack like the 80s. But the kid, not this baby. What that mean, wild and crazy. Now, don't think about tomorrow, cause what you think real ain't really real at all. If I don't do nothing, I'm a ball. Knowing they ain't doing shit at all. But how the hell you want it all?
I mix the dab with the sauce. I scrape the pot with the fork. I let them fly like a hawk. Eraser, come with the chalk. Up one, 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 up one. She put it all in her mouth. I put your bitch at your house. I'm owning you out. 30 shots spring out. Up one, 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 up one. I'm up like a motherfucker, you can't tell me nothing, I spaz in this bitch. Check out my dab in this bitch. Yeah, I might dance a little bit. New Moschino with the Valentino. On a damn nigga, Dan Marino. Draco Nino, make a Macarino. It's not a game, I don't play Nintendo. I got the lasagna from Geno's. I rock the Zana in kilos. Ever seen a bitch fly to a nigga? Pay attention, I'm Picasso. You know what I'm saying, little nigga? I run up them bands, little nigga. I break your hands, little nigga. If you reach for this chain, little nigga. I put the dab in the sauce. I put that gag in the mouth. Smoking out the pound, beating up the pack. Yeah, I was bumping that dog. They know we up one. We gon' be up two, nigga, if you touch one. That way. Checkmate. I mix the dab with the sauce. I scrape the pot with the fork. I let them fly like a hawk. Eraser, come with the chalk. Up one, 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 up one. She put it all in her mouth. I put your bitch at your house. I'm owning you out. 30 shots spring out. Up one, 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 up one.
Put a one on a one. Now I'm really up one. Met 4 base heads at one spot. I can hit a home run. Plays, like a rerun. My balls raw. They underdone. Can't let no nigga take my mama's son. First block on a hopscotch jump, I'ma stand over one. Spit guy, she call me Spitter. My little nigga say that hard back like an armadillo. Just bought a scale, had to weigh a nickel. Said 5-0, tried to hide the pistol. Weigh the dog food on the same scale that I weigh the crystal. And I bat a nigga with the same hand that I weighed the pistol.
I mix the dab with the sauce. I scrape the pot with the fork. I let them fly like a hawk. Eraser, come with the chalk. Up one, 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 up one. She put it all in her mouth. I put your bitch at your house. I'm owning you out. 30 shots spring out. Up one, up one, up one, up one, up one, up one, up one. Pull up on niggas with sticks. I scraping, then wash the dishes. Send my leg, yeah, on the mission. I'ma go get it. I make it happen, little boy. I drop the juice in some cereal. All my designer got cereal. I got the bag and turned up on niggas. Fire extinguisher, burning them niggas. Sick as a bitch, I'm the illest. Boy, I dunk off the pivot. Get your ugly ass out my mentions. Up. I'ma make sure the pussy get fucked up. Cut up. Your WCW, I cut her. I just left business for a touch up. Pull up on niggas, we sliding. Show me a nigga I owe, I'ma show you a nigga. We swerving the curve, we letting them go. Blow. Speaking of blow, she put it all in her mouth. I'm up on your dude, bitch. He wanna be petty, then we can be petty. I promise you, I'm with the bullshit. I mix the dab with the sauce. I scrape the pot with the fork. I let him fly like a hawk. Eraser, come with the chalk. Up one, 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 up one. She put it all in her mouth. I put your bitch at your house. I'm owning you out. 30 shots spring out. Up one, 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 up one.
You know, Max Zone. Yep. Yeah, I grew up, older brother, little sister, walking through the hood, idolizing the pushers. Couldn't leave home if I didn't wash all the dishes. Don't trust everybody, I minimize all my friendships. The stress building on my head like dandruff. Pops gone and I had to eat a syrup sandwich. Homies kept me sharp, they had to see where the hands is. Roof over a nigga, I'm underneath where the fan is. I was just trying to see what $100 grand, and she doing it for the gram, little mama, if that's your plan. Thank God I'm even up on this planet to talk to a nigga, nobody would understand it. They keep on looking at me like I'm a bandit, cause I'm black, I didn't choose, I'm just a man. What do you want from me? No, what you really want from me? What you really want from a nigga? What you really want from a nigga? What do you really want? What do they really want from a nigga? What you really want from a nigga? What you really want from me? Them trips OT wasn't for celebration. That damn job was the reason I got medicated. I said my piece, but never elaborated. Cause too much talking to me sound like a damn statement. I really need to start working on my patience. You can call me what you want, but I am not basic. I'm in the fast lane cruising slow, but I am not racing. And ask around, I can care less if I'm famous. But the money'll be good, and I pray to God that it's sunny in the hood. Cause for some reason niggas hungry in the hood, and when they gas low they acting funny in the hood. That's why I'm on my pedal and a prayer up. I pray more cause mama say I don't pray enough. That's why I'm on my pedal and a prayer up. I pray more cause mama say I don't pray enough. No. What do you really want? What do you really
on 1 sec. Hold on. Man.
Every motherfucking song that come on when a LA nigga, you know it's from LA because it make you just throw your elbows up. I don't know
You
what
should get that little.
LA music, but this just happened. Every time. Every time. It's the LA thing, bro.
It is, bro.
You wouldn't understand it. We can feel up to anything. Shout out to Jason Cash, man. That's his music. Yeah. We had him on the show 2 weeks ago. It's actually the first show that is on our Cliff Notes Radio YouTube page.
You can go watch
Make
it.
sure you go follow and subscribe to the page.
Great artist, you guys.
Yeah.
Everybody you see on this show, I respect and I have them in for a reason, man.
Absolutely.
So
True that.
y'all follow every artist y'all see on here. Yeah. So on Monday, we have our special segment brought on by our queen. I don't know, she might pass it, somebody else sometimes. But I love it when she does it for her. MJ, what you got for us, man? Oh, Jalil.
We'll go ahead and hit us with the jingle for Mindful Monday.
Mindful Mondays, nigga, do you care about you?
Lil, one more time.
Oh, one more time?
Yeah.
You gotta give him the Gerald Levert, bro.
Oh, no, I don't know if I can do that. I don't want to. Mindful Mondays, nigga, do you care about you?
When he does that, he makes me feel so jolly on the inside.
Hey, what you sleep on? See, I can see the computer screen right now. This nigga really was like feeling himself. Yeah. He sung it. The second time, that nigga really gained his confidence though. That first time, he just did it.
He did. He like grabbed he like held onto his diaphragm. He said,
his diaphragm.
What you got for us, though,
came from the
MJ?
gut, really.
Yeah. So, in honor of Support the Homies Marketplace this weekend, I want to discuss supporting the homies. Okay. Now I'm real finicky when it comes to working with family, right? And because it gets tricky when you bring in your team. You bring family onto your team, try to put your homies on and stuff like that. But I'm a firm believer that you have to do your part. You know what I'm saying? Like if your friend owns a business and then you're asking for an opportunity to be a part of that business, but you're leaning on their I'm gonna put it this way because I said it over Instagram a couple of nights ago. You have to think of your relationships as a bank, and a lot of people will withdraw what they don't deposit.
Go deeper.
So it's like when it comes to working with friends and family, especially if you're approached and they're asking for an opportunity or a partnership, whatever it might be, but they're not doing their part to make sure that both of y'all succeed, that's when they're making more withdrawals than deposits. And it's like, I find it funny that when you're in the beginning stages of anything that you do, especially with passion at the forefront, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of people dust it off. Like we said last week, like, oh, I saw your little proposal. Oh, you still doing your music? Oh, are you still doing this? But you can hear it in their tone that it's like how seriously they really take you, right?
Why gotta have an LIL in front of
Yeah, why like, oh, you still doing your little music? Yeah. That type of thing.
Your little radio show, your little comedy thing.
It goes further. So this is my thing. I feel like it's really important for us to bring in people on our team who want that opportunity. So it's like if I see that my friends have a skill or a talent that I don't possess, or they're sharper in certain areas than I am, I ask them. I never want anybody to feel like I'm putting them on, because obviously I'm asking you for something that I lack, right? But Prima, has that ever happened to you? Have you ever worked with family? Like, how does that dynamic work?
Yeah, as far as my marketing team and stuff, I try to bring like family on, but it's just like, damn, if I don't send out a text and tell y'all to, post this and promote this, then it's not going to happen. So that happens. That has happened a few times. Yeah, and with family and then the managers and stuff like that. I started out with a family member managing me and stuff like that. It's just like certain things don't get done, I think it's because they're laxed a little bit because they are family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
But I just look at it like, look, if we get me to this point, then it's going to benefit all of us. And I don't see how certain people can't, see that. And I don't know why they wouldn't try to put their all into not just pushing me. We're doing this for us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's not too much that I can like say to somebody to get them to get that. It's like right there.
Exactly.
It's like if I'm on, you on. Why don't you want to eat?
Yeah, just like do your part.
The reason why it's like that, and I truly believe this, is because, see, when I ask you to do something, I'm asking you to do that because I feel like you're good at it.
That part.
But if you don't see you being good at something is something that's gonna make you money, see, I'm asking you to do it because I think you're gonna do it at the best of your ability.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you do whatever I ask you to do at the best of your ability, somebody else is gonna see you do it, so that in turn makes business for you. See, you thinking that you doing whatever you doing at your best is only helping me.
Man,
that's fucked up, bro. Like
this,
you
the crazy part is, so I have an event coming up this weekend called Support the Homies Marketplace, right? And there's a particular person that I'm working with. She has not promoted at all. She has not promoted at all. And I'm kind of like,
you know she watching the show. So.
Do you, I mean, what is she going to do? Whoop me? Like, it is what it is. So this is the thing.
Get the fuck over to promote, goddammit. Like,
this is the thing. I'm not saying, okay, oh, my shit's about to be packed, everything's all good, right?
Right.
But you never want to put the possibility of your success on someone else's back.
Right.
Yeah.
Because let's say she's that one vendor who did the most promotion and majority of the crowd came to see her.
Right.
I'm benefiting off the work that she did.
Right.
And me as the person, the founder, I didn't put in any work.
Right.
So it just makes me realize, like, if anything, now I know who I don't want to work with in the future.
Right.
And we can have that conversation later when it comes up. Like, you know what? I appreciate your hustle and I love you because you're family. However, I don't think it's best. Like, we're both not going to succeed together, sis.
Can I say something business wise? Like, for a little business advice, ladies and gentlemen, get your notepads and your pencils out, take some notes. As a person that's been to a lot of events as a vendor and as a seller of a product, you always want to push yourself going to events because you don't want your booth looking dry. You want to have the people that know your product and know you to be there because when other people see people, they go. We're, as much as we don't like to admit it, we're monkey see, monkey do people. We see a bunch of people somewhere, we're like, ooh, what's that?
Popping. That's why clubs don't let people in the club. They
exactly.
keep a line outside.
So you always want to push to your own crowd so your own crowd could be there so you can integrate it with the new crowd. So yeah, it helps the event because the event is exposed to a new set of people, but it also helps you because you're exposed to the other people that are bought there by the other vendors.
What you have to realize is the people you surround yourself with, like Prima said, how do some people not get it, right? But it's almost like I can't draw you a picture of the vision that I see. You have to walk by faith with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to believe in, and that's really what a real leader is, right? Is somebody like, we believe in your purpose and your why enough to follow you. So it's like, Prima, how do you going forward with the lessons that you've learned in working with family members, how do you go forward as an artist in choosing the right team? Because you're also a female artist, so you have to be particular in that too. How do you choose that team?
I really go off of vibes and work ethic, you know. If I can see how someone runs their own business and how things, you know, and how we vibe as a team, I kind of just go off of that. You know, you kind of get a sense, like, I don't need nobody to tell me that, okay, what they not really feeling that. I get it, you know what I'm saying? I don't need somebody to explain it to me. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go and, you know, work with somebody else. Like, I don't need nobody. So I just basically just go off the vibes. Some people have their own little, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for?
No little character trait.
Their own little hidden agendas or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I just think that everything comes to light. And you see people I've worked with a lot of people that down the line, it's just like, oh, okay, so this is where we was getting to, or this is where, you know what I'm saying? But especially being a female artist. So, but I just pretty much just go on vibes and, people being genuine and stuff like that.
But I feel you on that. And that's the thing with, like...
And their work ethic.
That's the thing with people, too. Your work ethic is really determined on how you value the project.
Yeah,
and you put people around you who don't value your project like it's going to benefit them. And it's like, man, I'm not... Whatever opportunity is presented to you is not always there for the benefit of that person who's asking you to embark upon their journey.
Ooh.
Sometimes that's for you.
Sometimes they taking the L just to give you a win.
Exactly. And it's like, man, when you don't put your all in something, it just shows me how you respect yourself. Because if you believe in what you do, you're gonna want to do it at the best of your ability at every time. Because like, we live in a society where, man, a 15-second to 1 minute video can make you yodel at fucking Coachella, goddammit.
Right.
Bruh.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If I say, man, we go to the front of this aisle in fucking Walmart, I want you to yodel, nigga. We gonna be at Coachella next weekend, I promise you. You might not fucking believe me, but see, I believe in you too. Exactly. But I asked you to do something, you agreed to it, and now you calling me saying, man, my car won't start. I'm having trouble getting there.
Yeah, that's just like, for example, I didn't mean to cut you off. I have a family member. He's really good at graphic design and cover art, and I tried to work with him, but he just didn't get it done. Like, y'all can't see me. Yeah, he just didn't get it done, and I guess he was more lax because of with family and stuff like that. But I didn't really like that too much. And now it's like once you cut them off completely, it's like you're the bad guy.
And the thing I gotta say about that is because, see, that's your family. Y'all grew up together. It's probably somebody you know since before you knew yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before you
knew you.
Exactly. And it's like you grow up in the same situation with people, and that's why you somebody who moved to LA. I'm somebody who moved to LA. It's people I talk to from at home, and it's like, man, I really don't talk to you no more because you discourage me. And you feel like what I'm doing ain't nothing, or you don't see the possibility in what you're doing to grow and to be something. So
ambition.
Exactly. You don't have no ambition.
Well,
right.
You don't want to be nothing.
It's like I said last week. The people that are closest to you usually are the people that get to witness your success first. So they get very envious of that, and they don't know how to take it. Sometimes it's very...
They don't know how you did it.
No. It's very much confused admiration at the same time.
And jealousy, bro. Honestly,
well, that's what jealousy is. It's confused admiration.
Because it's people like that's from where I'm from in Mississippi, and it's like most of my cousins and shit. They love what I'm out here doing. They love the fact that I'm really like I'm trying to make something, and they they show love and they show props. But it's other people that's from where I'm from, and they hate it. They try to make me feel like that's not my home, like that's not where I'm from because I left before I graduated. While most of the people graduating, they stuck and they ain't gonna never leave.
You know what? That happened to me this past weekend. I went over to my aunt's house and I hadn't seen her in some months, and she was asking me about myself and my brother. My brother is a hip hop artist, and he's been doing music for years. And she kind of said she's the type of aunt where it's like, go to school, save your money, get a house, then retire. Like, she's in that order, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's worked for her. Like, that's worked for her. That's the plan that it's not something that I wanted, though. And she's known that since I was a kid. But in regard to my brother, she asked, oh, well, how's he doing? Is he still trying to be famous? But it was just like the tone that she asked. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of exactly. She doesn't think it's possible. She doesn't think it's possible. And and she asked me about my pursuits. And sometimes you really have to gather yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many people, especially like you, Prima. You're in an environment where this isn't your environment. So it's easy for people to meet you and be like, oh, you're an artist? That's dope as fuck, sis. Like, we need more female rappers, all of this. And they kumbaya you, right?
Yeah.
And then you get that reality check that there's somebody out there who isn't totally on the same wavelength as you. You know, how do you kind of bounce back from that? Because sometimes, like, that's my aunt, and for a second it did hurt me, and I'm like, wait a minute, let me get back on my, back on my playing field and remind myself why I'm doing what I'm doing. Yeah. How do you kind of bounce back from situations like that?
It definitely discourages you, because especially when you're not at the point where you think that you should be. Yeah. And if you've been doing it and you're just like, okay, well, maybe they are right. But then, too, the switch just goes off. Like, it just motivates you to, like, I'm going to show these motherfuckers, like, no. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it gives me a little bit more drive. No, yeah, in a sense.
And it just makes you feel like this is the life you're supposed to be living.
Yeah.
You could be living like, you could be just one of them robotic motherfuckers that's just going to work every day, not having no other ambition in life. And those be the niggas that be super fucking sad in life, you know? And it's like you could die tomorrow and be like, wow, I literally lived the dream of what my grandma wanted me to live, or what my mother wanted me to live, or what my aunt wanted me to live.
And that's the point I say about, especially with people who come from where you come from, they can't relate because it was that level of fear in them, and they kind of low key mad that you were like, that you had the courage to do whatever you did, and that's kind of why you kind of get admired from wherever you at, and it's always crazy because you always see people wherever you go. Like if you go to a new place or you meet strangers, like strangers support you more than the people who you grew up with. For the simple fact is like the strangers are looking at your struggle like, damn, you came out of that. But the struggle is looking at you like, damn, you came out of this. Like, and you left us like we couldn't do it. We couldn't figure it out. Like what was different with you? But we got to step into our topic because it is even deeper than that, which goes to women with respect. And for women with respect, the reason how this topic came to me was the fact that I've been seeing like respect for women as being deemed as desired as sexy. It's like now, like for me right now, women see if you can market your sexy, you're the most powerful woman, and that's why we respect you, because your sexy is valued. But at the same time, what confused me about this is at the same time, how we just talked about being on that come up, the girls who taking a picture in front of on that sink and, with the ring around their tub and shit, we call her a hoe for showing off her thing, and she just trying to get that same respect. But why is women's respect deemed off of how sexy they can be? It's like low key going.
Because nowadays everything is based upon image only. That's it. That's all. Like I'm battling with that now. They're just like, you got to show more. I'm just like, no. Like for what? Like for Instagram? Hell no. And so they just like.
You saying they trying to make you present a more sex appeal look? Like
to show more, like more. I'm like, I do it. I feel as though I do it in a tasteful way. I feel as though it does already come off sexy. Like anything else will probably be raunchy in a sense. And if I'm not doing anything that I'm not comfortable with, so.
But it's not necessarily. You don't have to necessarily follow the blueprint of what some industry head is saying that you have to follow in order to be deemed sexy, because it's a lot of motherfuckers that say Lauryn Hill was sexy, but she never got half naked.
Exactly.
Janelle Monáe is one of the most beautiful women in the planet, but she never gets half naked.
And that's why I have a lot of debates with guys, sometimes guys just see things one way. Sometimes I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. But
speak your mind.
Debates that I've been having has been solely that, and I'm just looking at. I've just been that same argument. Like it's artists that doesn't have to do this, and they're gorgeous and sexy. You know what I'm saying? But they're just saying as far as what's out right now, what everything's doing right now with all the IG models and. You should probably try to get your foot in doing the IG. I'm like, I'm an artist.
As being a male, that's what's crazy to me. Cause see, the thing is, this men tell you this, in a male dominant society that we in right now. Yeah. Why? And how you just said, why is the respect level and your level of fame, your level of what you can achieve, based on how the fuck you look as a woman?
Well, see, the thing is,
because men are visual people.
Niggas like. Niggas like Rick Ross is the
Here it is. We're saying men are visual people, and then we just said previously in the show that women are the biggest consumers. And you would think that all of these people telling Prima this, like, well, maybe you should do the IG thing, and you should do the. You would think that she would be able to zoom right in between, past all these other females, and fit in her own lane because she's not doing all those things.
Yeah, and I'm not in it. It's honestly, it really wouldn't be for the men because the women are the they critique you more.
Yeah.
You know, they zooming in, they doing, women do all of that.
And just like that, women like to see a well-dressed woman just like they like to see a half-naked woman.
Yeah, I would say that. I would say so.
You know, whereas men, they'll look at a well-dressed woman and be like, oh, okay, that's cool, but we go for more of the sexual aspect when we looking at women. Well, not to say that we don't glorify a well-dressed woman, but it's just for us, it does more for us.
Well, I mean, that
entertainment standpoint.
Those that give in to the baser feelings. I feel like I have.
I'm serious. Fuck you guys. Not you three, but I'm just saying, like, this whole
niggas that idea
of. But you guys got to cut that out.
But here's the crazy thing. They like what Cliff said, because it's a male-driven thing. It is the industry. The industry is a Caucasian male-driven industry. It's some black men that's running some shit, but the industry was based off of always trying to market black women's exploits as well.
See, and that's why you got to be so particular.
That's why, like, you see all of these women, like, as of late, over the last couple of years, you know, you see the whole, the melanin movement and everything with the black women going on. And you get some black women that say, oh, well, you know, it's my African roots. You know, black women walk in the nude in Africa all the time. And, you know, I'm just getting back to my natural roots, and I'm just trying to embrace Africanism and all of that. Well, here's the thing. Like, you're doing it on a man's platform. You're doing it on a platform that doesn't, like, it exists in Africa, but back in the day, this platform didn't exist. So you trying to embrace being in the nude and trying to relate it to an African standpoint and everything, it's like, that's where you kind of get lost in it, because it's like, these people are trying to market your exploits and not your roots. You know what I'm saying?
They don't give a fuck about your roots. They just want you to take your clothes off.
Pretty much.
Real talk.
And that, but even with saying that, it's like, for men, why is it at the same token we want to say we respect women's sex appeal? Like, the sex appeal draws me towards her and it brings me in, but at the same token, after I get with her, I don't want you to post them pictures like that no more.
I don't want you to do it before I fuck.
Man, but that's what got your attention. That's
no, it ain't.
For most, that's the thing.
I say no. That's the difference. That's the difference between a boy and a man. A man, that shit's not going to track. A man, that's not what it's about. It's about more than that. I don't need to see you shaking your ass on the gram. I don't need to see you posting half naked pictures. That shit don't attract me.
Most men, I would say, for most men, I would say swimsuits has not been the thing that's attracted them to them. I could say the imagination of seeing them in a swimsuit is probably attracted them. But
I want to imagine.
Most of the women you come in the
I was just like, if I give it to them all at once, what is going to be the mystery about me?
Exactly.
What's going to be the okay? Well, I can have like a line of people. Oh, we just waiting to see Prima just come about this, and they're going to still wait for it. If they get it, like how we see Kim post a nude every now and then.
But here's the thing. But I'm talking to Cliff. Okay. I'm saying, Cliff.
Okay.
If you scrolling on the gram, you're not gonna directly be into this woman based off of her swimsuit, are you?
I'm not. But I guarantee you, a swimsuit picture has got more right swipes on Tinder than a motherfucking
but we
picture
not talking
at Bible
about,
study. But listen.
All right.
Okay. I'm saying no, dead ass. So, but what makes me respect that woman in the fact that we also say that the internet is just a facade. So for that dude who posting up his money and just saying I'm a ball, I'm this type of dude and I'm selling my image, why are we disrespecting the women who just saying I'm just promoting sexy, my nigga? I ain't really fucking like that. I really got booking info in my bio, not for you to fly me out and fuck me, but I want to actually take some pictures and be paid for it because I want to be a model.
But look at the flip side. Just like these niggas that post all of this shit, all of the money, all of that shit, and the feds is on their ass. There's repercussions that come with each side.
And the women get with these niggas thinking they really ballers and go be with the dude and figure out he can even
figure out this nigga live on a blow-up mattress.
You know what? This is really a double-edged sword because it's like if we think about female hip hop artists, it's like, oh, she has to be attractive first, right? And if she's not, and within attractive means her body might have to look a certain way.
Young and male is different.
Okay, and I'm gonna get to that. And then we look at rappers like Young M.A. and we also look at Kamaya, right? We put them in a whole different category, but their music has to be good for us to pay attention to them. And when I say us, I'm talking about the masses. But then you have rappers like, wait a minute, we have male rappers where it's like, you guys are out here looking like trash bags and still getting, just hot trash. And I could name a few. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Like I recently found out what Lil Pump looks like, and then I look at little dudes like
it's a nigga that work at a gas station.
It's little dudes like Tekashi 6ix9ine. Now, is he an ugly kid? No, but it's like if there was a female, if Prima came out next week, like, hey y'all, I'm on IG story live and I got my face tattooed and she just had a gang of tattoos on her face, it's kind of like, what's wrong with her?
But it's female rappers like that that's like underground popping.
Exactly. You said the key word, underground popping. But
there's a lot of male rappers that are underground popping. It's hard to get mainstream.
That's the thing. That's the difference that I'm talking about. What you just said was my key point. But we have someone like Prima who's more on the feminine side, and she has these people after her saying, why don't you try the IG model route? And what if she says, fuck it, no, I'm going to get my face blasted. Then it's like, what? I'm confused. Which category do we put her in?
But Prima, she doesn't strike me as the type of woman that will let these execs and these industry heads get her mind warped to the point that she would tat her face up. It's a lot of people
talking about her tatting her face on a personal choice because she's rebelling against them asking her to be an IG model or to be pretty.
But for her to want to rebel against that, it's them being in her ear and it's them influences that makes her want to like.
And you can rebel against that without marking your face. That's something else.
I think y'all are missing the point.
No. Going back, you said okay. So Kamaya and Young M.A. There's a rapper that I grew when I grew up. There was a rapper named Da Brat, who everybody knew as like,
and everybody fuck with.
Exactly.
Missy Elliott.
You know,
and Missy Elliott. Yeah, there was lots of them.
Nigga, rap
you knew that if you knew that at any given point, all they have to do is just clean up, get real ladylike, and niggas will be like, damn,
Nigga, Da Brat.
Clean up nice.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know.
But when do we close the door to that? For women to express ourselves in other ways other than just
whenever
sex?
you want to.
No, I said, but when did the industry get to that? It's like it's not around anymore.
That's a good question.
When Lil Kim busted it open.
What's the girl name?
Busted it open.
When she busted open on
the girl from Detroit.
Dej Loaf.
Dej Loaf.
Yeah.
Dej Loaf kind of tried to come in with that same type of vibe. You know, she went at the award show. She dressed real sexy. Like I was like, damn.
Yeah,
like,
they
Dej Loaf got on the dress.
But I think it's the upbringing and where you come from too.
Also, I think it just speaks more to, I think people have figured out on the entertainment level, hip hop used to be that's why I just said when it goes to relationships.
Fun.
Yeah, exactly. When it goes to relationship, the hip hop is with the culture that is speaking to. It has become something where we want the women to relate to the popular culture. Right now it's a hookup culture. It's an internet dating. It's a very fast I see, who's with who, all of that. So now for you to relate relationally to the audience that you're trying to perceive, we need you to be, you know, in your drawers on your sink, showing off the little, I mean, like taking the lingerie pictures and showing your hair from behind. Why you in the thong talking about my hair grew 6 inches? And it's like,
but it's people that are more creative that don't follow that.
Well, there's people who don't follow that, but the thing that I'm saying is what's rewarded and what's paid is the shit that is degrading. And that's why I say for respect, I think women have it a lot harder than men in this society for sure. That men are the ones who, like how she just said it, it be the guys who saying that to her. It's not even, it's not really the women. It's not the women who telling you to get more sexy. It's not the women who telling you to be more naked.
Yeah, no, it's not. And they buy the music.
If anything, like if anything,
because they're trying. I was saying it's because they're trying to push a fantasy.
Yeah.
And they're constantly trying to sell that fantasy because what you get is you get two things at the same time. You get something that the women want to be and the niggas want to be with.
Yeah.
So that's why they constantly they try to push you to sell your sex, so show yourself, show more, because it puts the idea in the women that this is what men want, and that this is what men want to see, and so other women try to emulate it. And at the same time, it programs the man's mind to think this is what I want, this is what I want to see. I need a girl like that, and now you have what we have now.
Yeah. In regard to female artistry and like respect, Prima, do you you know, not to put your business out, but are you dating anybody or are you in a relationship? Her face said it all, y'all.
Oh my God.
Is it complicated?
I'm not in a relationship at all, and I don't have a complicated situation at all. I'm pretty much happily single.
It's nobody back in DC like that's heated right
no,
now.
No, I had
what you mean you single?
No, nobody's gonna say that. I had a situation where you know, things kind of got kind of crazy, and I just kind of took a break from a lot of the, you know, shenanigans.
Crazy, huh? So in
I'm just
like
chilling right now.
In respect to you dating, do you feel like, because you did say that your social media is business first, like, do you feel like once you're finally in a relationship, especially with being a female hip hop artist, that it's important for you to keep that private? Or it's like if you have somebody in your life who's fully, you know, supporting what you do you think it's important for female hip hop artists to show who their man is or show who their partner is?
I just say, hey, if you love somebody, you want to show them off, you can. My personal preference, I'm not showing nobody off until I'm actually married, because there's a lot of bullshit that's going on right now.
Actually married, though.
You know,
gotta be married.
You turn into a whole fool overnight on social media.
That's big, though, because
you see women post their boyfriends, then the next week they got another boyfriend, the next week. I don't want to be that chick.
Because,
you know what I'm saying?
It's there's certain points in a relationship, especially when you're keeping it all under wraps.
Yeah.
There are certain make it or break it points that happen, especially when the two people in the relationship haven't addressed certain issues.
Yeah.
You know, like there may be somebody like I know both people may be going through a certain level of pain, and there's something that's at the origin of that pain that they have refused to address leading up to that relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And then social media
right when you and usually it happens either 1, you get engaged or married, 2, you move in, or 3, you have a child. And usually that shit comes to a head. And finally you start seeing that person and you start seeing that pain and shit starts coming out, and now you're at a point like, well, I done come this far now and everything has happened so far, so it's like, where do we go from here?
Yeah, and it's a lot of situations that are on, social media. Everything that glitters really isn't gold. Relationships are relationships. They have problems, and I just feel like I don't want to put too many people in my personal life, period, when it comes
Why is
to
that?
Because
I
then
don't
it
know.
comes to everybody.
I've always been like that. Like, I've always been like a private person. And, people cause a lot of problems. And then it's a lot of, people just cause a lot of problems.
I'm going to say this. Once you start blowing up, it's going to be very difficult to keep everything private.
Yeah, I know. I'm just,
It's very few that have done it successfully.
I want to say,
I know.
And I want to say this about women, because this is something that I definitely noticed, and especially as being a man, it's like, all right, so women do that, like how we say, the thirst traps kind of produce we like women kind of confuse being desired as respect. So the thirst traps put dudes in your DMs. It gets you might be the guy that you want or whatever. But now since he got you, he wants you to stop doing the thirst traps. Now as you being an artist and just how you said, like certain things sell. It's hard dating a superstar. Now for women, that's hard dating a dude who's desired and you see him on camera kissing people. Now, see, ain't no woman jumping up and down and no nigga pushing their head in the pillow. Pushing his head in the pillow saying, it's mine. Now, as a guy, for you to imagine your woman being dominated by another dude, that really, that'll fuck you up. Being a woman growing in your industry, if you when you become the powerful woman that you're trying to be, it's like it's still gonna be that dude who feels like, babe, it's a certain level of respect you gotta give me and not do that no more to make me feel like a dude. But I feel like with guys, when we excel in our industries, being more desired by other men and actually being that boy toy is more respected. But it's like, in order for you to be with a guy,
being desired by
other men. I don't strive for that.
I was sitting there like,
all right. No. All right, what the fucking words got misconstrued?
It's cool.
Hey, bro, this is
I was saying.
Bro, it's gonna be on YouTube. They're gonna play your ass back. Like,
I mean, if that's what you want,
they're not gonna let it go. So you better clear that shit up now.
All right, goddammit. Y'all know what the fuck I was saying.
No, they don't.
No, we don't.
The guys being desired by the women, all that other stuff.
Guys getting desired. I'm saying guys getting desired by women is respected by his. I mean, like his female
peers
has to accept that, and his peers accept it. But your girl being out here, being desired by dudes and being in different scenes, getting done a certain way, it kind of makes you feel like off. As a woman who's single, you looking for a dude, he can't interfere with your business. That might, how you just said, that sexual aspect is there for you to gain power as a woman. And we go after that, but we ain't ready to control that. How do you deal with that in dealing with guys? Is that why you single? A lot of women feel like gotta be single to make it.
Yeah, that definitely plays a toll on a little bit, because you're in the studio time. It's always men in the studio. It's always smoking, drinking. It's always just a lot.
Plotting.
Every atmosphere that you would not want your woman in, we're in that atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can see it's kind of it being kind of hard a lot, but I mean, I just it is what it is. That's where trust comes in.
How do you deal with it? Like, if you were to have a dude right now, is it like you gonna show him how does Prima show that dude that this image that I have to do to sell and create my music is not gonna affect us?
I mean, it comes with trust. Like, you have to trust your partner, and assure them that it's just them. But when I go to work, I go to work.
Right, man. I swear, this is an issue I had. I had this issue with my ex, and I've been through this before.
You used to be a porn star.
Oh, well, no, not that. But
Nah, but like with females I've talked to, they see the people I hang around. They see how much I do, and the fact that I'm a lot of places a lot of the time, and the attention I receive, and they make it like I have to cheat. I have to fuck with a bunch of different girls because I'm around so many all the time. How can you not? And it's like, why can't I just be a regular dude? Why do I have to be the image that you think I am from the?
Well, that's why she thinks you're cheating, because a lot of regular dudes.
It's different with women though. Like a man know when he got his girl on lock. Like,
yeah, but when a dude that like got a little bit of attention actually trying to go for a girl that's regular, it'd be hard.
That's a thing right there. That
because they always think somebody.
That's a very polarizing topic right there.
Well, thinking you got somebody on lock.
Thinking you got somebody on lock, cause it be niggas talking big ass shit. Like, nah, nigga, I got my girl, nigga. She already know, nigga. She know not to do shit like that.
Like, nigga,
and as soon as you leave and run to the studio, it's a nigga washing up in your sink, nigga.
Oh shit.
Balls on your
Why
face
you out here
rag.
thinking you that nigga?
Balls on your face rag.
You know, but. That's.
So you guys have been in these situations before.
Hey, I'm not putting myself out there as that nigga that does all of that, but I just know that things like that tend to happen from time to time.
Like other artists or entertainers or anything.
Yeah, that was my next question for you. Would you date another entertainer?
I haven't dated anybody that does like music or anything like. I think it's too much of a distracting on both ends, I mean, it may work out because okay, if I got to be okay with you doing that, then you got to be okay with me doing this. I mean, but I never dated another rapper. Or
you never did a song. Because look, women have said this to me. No, you never did a song with a nigga like that. Pills and Potion. Nicki Minaj was dancing on the game. Like I think that nigga.
Hey man, when you listen to these diss records, man, you be those videos play on your mind like, shit. They was on set for a whole day.
And they had to sit in the studio
and they had
catch
to sit there the whole day.
The chemistry definitely has to be there.
Man.
And definitely have to vibe. It's just.
But that depends on the kind of artist you are. And it's the same thing. Like, it can be related to acting. Sometimes when two actors have to be intimate with each other on screen, most of the time it develops into something off screen.
The directors, even directors and producers will tell them, you like, go out and date. Yeah. Like, go out and have dinner with each other. You know, just so when you get on screen, that chemistry is believable, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't doubt it if like these little sex scenes, like
the nigga actually stick their dick in.
Come on, bro, man. Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah. Like, come on, bro. Hold on. It's no way in hell that you could say, okay, Tori, you gonna do it. You gonna do a sex scene with Halle Berry.
What you mean?
They put a sock on. I heard that they put a sock on or something.
That's what I heard.
Okay, so here's the thing. It's no way in hell that I was gonna be able to do a sex scene with Halle Berry and just be sitting there like, okay,
fuck it, let's do it right now.
Prima, is there anything you wouldn't do looking at the just forecasting your career? Is there anything that's like, okay, I'm absolutely not getting down with that?
Yeah. I mean, I just wouldn't know what it is until it's, it's in my face.
I want to play a game with
MJ always asking these great fucking questions.
Forever.
Be stumped like,
shit. I mean, I just wouldn't. I couldn't give you an example because I didn't. I never. It never wasn't nothing. I'd be like, oh, absolutely fucking not. No, not yet. But I'm sure it's probably coming.
Got it.
Yeah, hey, man. I want to go out with some games with Prima, and then we're gonna get into shouting some things out. So or in some good questions. Yeah, I'm gonna go a game with.
She's sitting there like, oh, these niggas like playing games.
You and Tori though, because Tori is the trivia nigga.
Okay.
So we're gonna name.
Oh, I gotta be the game nigga.
We gonna what game do I want? I want y'all to do. We're gonna do word. Y'all gonna have to do the words. No. We're gonna do naming female artists.
Name game,
female artists. Is that cool?
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
How's
So,
it go?
Lil, you have any music for us?
Whoever runs out of female artists first loses.
Okay.
So
shit.
Do they have to be all like hip hop art? They could just
we
be
need to know who they is. You can't just say MCPH.
Yeah, I know. Because my family has a game that.
If I know who it is, bro, trust me. If I don't know who it is, they don't exist.
If you got a broad spectrum of music that you listen to, it's different.
All right, let's get to it.
Female rap artist.
Female rap artist,
bro. Female artist.
Yeah. Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
All right, just female artists. Come on, y'all. We're gonna start with Tori.
I know what I know.
Rhapsody.
Bars.
Oh wait.
You have to say. He gonna say Rhapsody. You say. All right. So the way that this game
goes back and forth.
The game it goes back and forth. So if he says MC Light, you say Dave.
So we pretty much exchange without repeating or being stumped.
Yeah.
So we doing all female rappers.
All female rappers.
We're going in a particular order.
All female rappers. Whatever order.
All female
rappers.
Ain't no order. Just name.
You start it off. Say.
All right. MC Light.
Rhapsody.
Queen Latifah.
Missy Elliott.
Dej Loaf.
MC Light.
Cardi B. I already said that.
Oh no! Hey, let's start off.
You lost, nigga. Bright skin niggas lose. Bright skin niggas lose. She won. She won. Marry, sex, kill. We gonna all ask you one. Marry, sex, kill. Kevin Hart.
Cliff or Mighty Mouse?
This nigga funny. Nah, Kevin Hart, Matt Barnes, or Idris Elba.
Ooh, that's. Let me see. You said
Kevin Hart, Matt Barnes, Idris Elba.
marry Idris, even though he about to get married anyway.
Look how she said that. Though.
Yeah.
Marry Idris Elba. Huh?
That's how all of us
Well, she
feel
was
right
mad
now.
about
I don't know.
Hey,
Kevin Hart
she wanna
did
shit
kind of
that,
had
yeah.
like a little tape that came out. I don't know. Let me see.
Niggas didn't see that tape.
What, the shadows in the car? That could have been anybody.
I don't know. That's kind of.
I mean, it was a little less shadow.
I just want to marry Idris. I don't know about.
You want to marry Idris?
I don't know about the.
She's like,
killing
both of
and
them can
sex.
die. I got it.
What's your 3, Jaleel?
Well, I gotta. Oh shit! I gotta give it a 3.
Hit it with the 3.
Damn, I'm gonna get fucked. Okay. Morris Chestnut, Tay Diggs, and
Quick.
I'm going 90 shit.
Quick.
Oh my
And
god.
D'Angelo.
Oh my.
Before the drugs.
Oh, well, kill D'Angelo. Kill D'Angelo.
Before and after the drugs.
You gonna kill yourself?
Sex with Tay Diggs and Mary Morris.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Tour?
All right. Steph Curry, Chris Brown,
Shit. Straight bright skin
and Michael
niggas,
Ealy.
Straight
Chris
bright
Brown
skin
died,
niggas.
bro.
Steph. I mean, he's already marriage material, so I guess I would marry him. Chris Brown. I'll have sex with Chris Brown and Michael. I don't know. Michael Ealy. I don't know.
Is that baby might
That's
She
hard.
she like that baby might have the eyes.
That's
and
hard.
Shit. I know.
Kill the one
do
that
I
might
want
punch
a
you.
dancing baby or do I want a bright eyed baby? I don't know.
Don't want to dance.
I don't know. That's
Steph
kinda
and
hard.
Michael Ealy
I
got
don't want to
green
kill
eyes.
Michael Ealy. I don't know. I can't have like 2 of one.
Nah, sex
girl.
kill man.
Oh, okay, I guess I gotta kill Chris Brown. Shit.
I gotta die.
He probably was gonna beat your ass anyway.
Anyway.
I was been time enough for his ass. He'd have got tased a million times.
MJ, give it 3.
All right. Here we go. Oh, snap. Andre 3000. Kanye West.
What the fuck?
And Cat Williams.
What?
I know.
She made it super easy.
A kill cat.
She made
He's
it
funny.
super easy.
Who else you said? You said Kanye and Andre?
Yeah.
Dang.
Damn.
I wouldn't marry Kanye. I'd marry Andre 3000. Dang.
Kim Kardashian married, nigga.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like he ever like talks to her.
What? I would think he never shuts up. All that
Do
nigga
people
do is
consider
talk.
them a power couple?
No.
I mean, he made a
He
song
be
called
on
Power,
Snap
and they're a
she be like,
couple.
hey, baby. He just be like, he don't say anything.
I mean, she got
I never
money,
looked at
he
this
got
now.
money.
Yeah, so it is.
But no, a lot of people say that he's not an antisocial person. He will talk. He'll eat
Really,
off.
my sister loves Kanye West. Like, she goes crazy over Kanye West. She loves him.
Kanye West is dog.
Prima,
I'm a
I
big
have-
fan. I'm a fan.
Prima, I have one last question for you before we take off. So there's a jar, right?
Oh shit.
There's 3 superpowers in there.
Okay.
You can only choose one. You can't change them up. Okay? You can teleport to any era of time, any historical moment in time, and you can teleport back. You can be invisible for a day, or you can read minds. Which one do you choose?
Forever.
See, I don't need to know the craziness in motherfuckers. That could just be I don't need to know. You know what I'm saying? Just, I'm going to look at people totally differently. Like,
You never
no.
know how handy
Twisted
that can
somebody
come in.
thoughts
though.
is.
Yeah, I know,
Maybe
but it's just
don't
like,
sway her.
that's like evasion. I don't even want to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Being invisible,
Getting into some shit.
I'll go to a bank first. Take
Okay.
all the shit.
You can only choose one, Prima.
Okay, all right, okay. I would say being I don't know. Teleporting is kind of dope though. Fuck it, I'm teleporting.
Teleporting.
Yeah.
Everybody choose.
Because then you can
Everyone
teleport.
chooses
Teleporting is basically
Everybody
like
does.
being invisible.
Prima, I got some everyday
Yeah,
people.
pretty much.
I got some everyday people, real nigga shit questions for you.
Okay.
Everyday
All right.
people.
We got one. We got to wrap up.
EDP,
Nah, nigga, I'm
RNA.
asking a few.
Come on, bright skin.
All right. What's the first thing you wake up? What's the first thing you think of when you wake up?
What time it is? Cause I be still tired. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
First off, I don't know. When I wake up, I'm like, damn, I gotta go to work. I guess.
Okay. Do you put your socks on before your pants, or your pants on before your socks?
I think I'm kind of claustrophobic a little bit. I don't really like my socks and stuff. Like, I don't sleep in my socks. So, I mean, you said my socks before what?
Your socks before your pants, or your pants before your socks?
My socks before my pants.
Okay. If you could have lunch with anybody from any era of history, who would you have lunch with?
I would say my grandfather, Petey Green. I don't know who else.
Okay, that's a good answer.
I honestly didn't get to meet him. He died before I passed, so that I would definitely, he was on. I would definitely want to have lunch with him.
Hey, I love your accent, by the way.
Everybody saying
I've been sitting up here like, damn, nigga, that accent right. Like, it ain't too country, but it ain't as country as this nigga when I met him. This nigga was super
Cliff
country.
Gets excited, it's a wrap.
For real?
It is.
What is that?
I can't.
Right?
No, I'm from Louisiana.
Louisiana. Okay. Yeah.
She was like, it's all about a vibe.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. I was like,
it's a vibe.
It's the whole vibe.
It's all about a vibe.
The V wasn't even as bad.
It's bad.
But all right, so we got to wrap the show up. Prima, what do you have coming up? Tell them where to find you. Tell them what music, whatever you got.
I have a lot of music coming up. I got a project. It's called Fuck Niggas, and it's coming up.
What?
And it's gonna be lit because that's
She jumped
I'm
right
on
into that.
And
Wow.
the ladies are gonna love it. Guys,
So
probably
blatant.
not so much, but it's gonna definitely be lit.
Who hurt you?
I'm just saying.
Wow.
You know,
This is
it is what it is.
Mindful
Somebody
Mondays.
already broke my heart.
Fuck you too.
It's called Fuck Niggas. Yeah.
That's hurtful.
Damn.
Okay. The nigga who texting every other. Damn, nigga, stop.
We gotta have you back on to know exactly what that was inspired by. I want to know the stories, the juicy
I would
stories.
definitely.
I
I
don't know
would
who the fuck
definitely
that
love to
nigga
come
was.
back.
Is the story in the music,
It's
or do we
story
have
and
to have you?
everything
The
that I
story
do.
in the music.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
okay.
meaning to every.
Chill out with them good morning texts, my nigga MJ. What you got popping?
All right, you guys. All right, so for everybody who's still listening, this Sunday, Push Experience LA is going to have another installment of Support the Homies Marketplace. We're going to have vendors. We're going to have a food truck. We're going to have cheap drinks, dancing. DJ Goofy is going to be on the 1s and 2s. So if you guys are looking for something to do this Sunday from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., please come by. We're going to have live art. It's just going to be a total vibe.
It's gonna be a vibe.
It's going to be a vibe.
A total vibe.
You know what I'm saying?
What kind of
So-
food is it?
Comfort LA. So they have,
fucks with Comfort.
yeah, so their
fuck.
wings are fire. But just come out. If you guys are looking to do something on Sunday, support the Homies Marketplace. Cliff is actually hosting it, so it's definitely going to be the lit, the shit. And if you guys want the information, you guys can go to Instagram and follow Push Experience LA. And yeah, and click the link in our bio to purchase a ticket. Tickets are only $10, y'all. Tickets are only $10, and we're giving you a free drink. Like, I say this all the time. You're not going to find that in LA.
You gotta buy them in
already know I'm
advance,
finna be
or
buying
you
some
can
shit,
get them there.
man.
You get your ticket there. Yeah,
Okay.
you get your drink ticket there.
Please don't come empty-handed, niggas. Cause I know when I go to these things, I always buy something from a few vendors.
We got some pretty dope vendors.
So it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers vendors there. You gonna see something you like. So nigga, bring some money.
Yeah, support
Show
the homies.
love. Especially if they your peoples. If
on.
your peoples is there, nigga, you better be supporting.
What you got coming up, Tor?
I ain't got nothing coming up really. Tough Crowd has a show on Thursday. Shout out to my nigga Holla. Holla has another movie in the works. So be on the lookout for that. The Concrete Jungle showing downtown on Tuesday was a pretty good turnout. It's pretty lit. People really enjoyed it. I don't know what platforms the movie's gonna be showing on in the future, but when I get note and when I get word of where it's gonna be shown,
Let you know.
you all will know.
Boom.
And Tor is one of the main actors in there.
Yeah, I got a little small role.
Man, that man one of the main actors, man.
Lily
Jaleel,
Will.
what you got popping?
Oh shit! Is it my turn?
It is.
What's up, y'all?
Happy birthday week, Lil.
Thank you, man.
In advance.
Social Boy Young Lil, aka Mr. 420 himself, also known as the Black MacGyver. Man, my birthday's in 4 days. Mr. 420. They don't call me that
This
just
nigga
because I
super
smoke.
happy, man.
I'm trying to be, bro. I'm trying to turn myself up because you know what I'm saying. I ain't really feeling it. I ain't been feeling it.
How old are you gonna be, Lil?
I'm gonna be 28.
The young buck of the group.
I'll be 28. What do I have going this weekend is the Reezy and Asia wedding. They will finally be tying a knot on Saturday.
Shout out to the homies, man.
Wow.
This Thursday, Tough Crowd is performing at Long Beach College. So come out and see that. I won't be there because I got to be at work. But go support the homies. And speaking of support the homies, I will be closing out my birthday weekend at Support the Homies.
Hey!
You know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be lit in there because hopefully I get paid by then.
Yeah.
And we can drink until the cows come home.
There we go.
Oh, we will definitely be doing that, my brother.
Cliff the
Indeed.
gift.
Trust me, I got a bottle of specialty for you, my nigga. You gonna like this shit.
Oh, I can't wait, my brother.
And y'all already know, man, it's your boy Cliff the Gift, slinging that wood, not that stick. Your man might keep it 100, but I'm going to give you that extra inch, you know, and I like them authentic. For me coming up, I have Sunday, the Push Experience LA. I will be the host, so, and like MJ said, it's $10 to get in. I want to see you there. Make sure you come and bring money for the vendors. Your broke ass really ain't got that many excuses. The Section 8 covering your rent, and that nigga help you out because you fucked up all the nigga anyway. Also, May 19th, I am also in the Waiting to Exhale play, written and directed by Lospy's Volume. So make sure you come out to that. The tickets are $20. You can get them from me. You can get them from La. Follow her. We're going to have her as a guest on the show leading up to the show. For sure, we're going to make that happen. Follow the Cliff Notes Radio page on Instagram. Follow it on YouTube. I'm going to have some tank tops coming soon. I don't know. The shirts always sell out. Please express to me before I even place this order that you want one. If you're listening right now, this is definitely the way to make sure you get some merchandise. Because niggas is always mad because they don't get it. And the reason why is we are funding ourselves here. This is an independent dream. These people that you see to my left who have on these shirts are the people who make this show possible and happen all the time. I love them. But we need to keep going, and the way that we do that is through your support. So we need you to shout out all of us, and that's why the Push Experience LA Marketplace is so important. It connects the community with the entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
So be there. Next Monday, we have on Mila Dawn. Y'all can go follow her on Instagram at Mila Dawn. That will be our show next week. I expect to see you 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time right here on the socialhour.com. We love y'all. See y'all again. Just live what we're going out to, bro.
Man, we finna go out to, man, I gotta play some more J Cash, man.
Yeah,
throw that shit back.
I'm gonna take y'all off on the vibe, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. If you smoke, even if you don't, make sure you burn one on 420. Love y'all. Peace.
Bye, guys.